So, to the person who asked how to work with shame, I'll just tell you very quickly to go back to these foundational teachings. And so, this answer may or may not be satisfactory, but I want to give you the context. I don't work with people in a psychological way, but I can point you back to your practice. So, when you feel a sense of an emotion that's strongly taking over you, and this could be shame, it could be really any emotion, it's it's uh, it's true that there's this atmosphere in meditation, and it could be formal meditation posture, or you could do these steps in a moment of pausing and stopping and allowing yourself some time to just be with what's happening. And so the first step is to take your seat, like I was talking about this morning, to take your seat on your cushion or to step into that archetype of being that is privy to wisdom and to clarity. So whether that clarity or wisdom has presented yet, there's a way that you can step into. I'm going to take my seat and I'm going to sit and put everything else away and simply return to this atmosphere where clarity is supported to arise. So you sit and you take your seat and you align in your posture. No matter what state you've been in prior to meditation, if you align in your posture, it'll already start to change that state. So whether it's shame or fear or, sadness, whatever, or, exuberance, whatever it might be, that alignment will begin to harmonize your whole system when you align in your posture. And to review what we were doing this morning, and you breathe in that vitality, but you're very conscious about it, not just your normal breathing like throughout the day. You're really conscious of the gift of the breath, enlivening and brightening your whole body and releasing tensions. And as you release, allowing that resting of form toward the earth and being anchored, and you're settling your body and your energetics begin to settle below the neck. And then you can open to a sense of listening to the moment. So for the time, you just say, I don't know how to be with the shame. That's just the truth of the moment. I don't know how to be with it. I don't know how to work with it. But let me see what it's like to have that be okay for a moment, that I don't know how. But let me simply be. So it's less the idea of how do I be with the shame, and how do I enter being, a sense of abiding in being, with the shame being present, and the shame being welcomed into this atmosphere of simply being, which is an atmosphere of allowance. And so you're not trying to fix or change the shame for now. It's being allowed to be privy to become, actually the shame itself can become conscious of this atmosphere of quiet and of allowance. Because the shame only knows this kind of mechanism, which is to disallow what happened, or to disallow you as a person and your actions. And so it's being taught, this is what it is to allow. When you breathe and you settle and you allow your body to show you, and you invite your body to show you how to allow. And you can do other things along the lines, again, this is less of a psychological approach, but just to become more conscious about the shame. You can journal, you can write about it, you can become more clear about when it arises, in what situations, what it's trying to achieve, what's important to it, what it's trying to prevent, what it's trying to champion, and to see if when you're more conscious of it, if then you can make more different decisions about what it is that's important to you or how you want to behave in future, and how might you bring things into your life or your mind or your person that can help you succeed in behaving differently in future, or allowing the shame to teach you once again what's really important and where you really would like to aim your behaviors, etc. So this is really a path about being more conscious and seeing more clearly and allowing experience to reveal to you. And it's less about being in the driver's seat and having to figure everything out. It's being available and present so that the intelligence that lie within each of these behaviors or emotions, that we do things not just because we decide like, oh, I'm going to go out today, and when we wake up, I think I'll go do something shameful. We don't do life that way, but we can see more clearly that our behaviors are trying to do something, like keep us safe, or keep us connected, or to preserve our place in friendships or relationships, or work settings, or what have you. And so when we see that approach didn't work, then we can become more clear and more conscious about what would resonate more deeply and more truly, like what we could say or what we could do that would have more of a ring of resonance. And then we have the opportunity to choose that and intend that going forward, and that makes good use then of the shame, because it points us in to redirect in a good direction.